So the last 12 months since we last did our strategy day have been really impressive, I think, from a Bango performance point of view. The DCB's business itself has grown. We said in the trading update a few weeks ago that we'd again doubled the end user spend process through the platform, so greater than 100% growth in that business. That's been powered by our long-standing digital payments business with big global app stores in an increasing number of markets and increasing volumes of users. Bango's gone from essentially a two-dimensional payment platform serving the needs of developers and app stores and helping people like mobile network operators grow their payments business to a three-dimensional commerce model now where we're helping marketers through the data insights we capture.
The data that the platform collects in its normal course of business is coming much more to the fore. It's increasingly valuable to developers and to app stores because if you can understand what your customers are buying, who's buying, what they're not buying, why they're not buying, and all that kind of customer insight, you can tailor your own marketing strategies and spend accordingly.
The Bango strategy is what we call the virtuous circle. So it starts with Bango processing payments for our customers. We get data from processing those payments. We then can provide insights back to those customers. They can target their marketing much more effectively and make a lot more sales. And that virtuous circle builds up with more and more merchants, more and more payments being processed, giving more and more data. So just to talk a bit about how Bango is driving the virtuous circle, driving things forward. In 2018 alone, we've had a lot of new initiatives, a lot of new successes, a lot of ways of driving payment volume and driving data into the platform. This one is Tigo Tanzania in Africa. You can actually charge Google Play transactions to your Tigo Pesa wallet in Tanzania through the Bango platform. So when Google wanted to roll out into Tanzania, Bango could simply plug the Tigo Pesa system into Bango, and then the digital wallet the user has, which they can top up money independent of their phone bill, is used to pay for Google Play. AT&T, this is in the United States. In the United States, you have an AT&T package. You can add Amazon Prime Video, or you can add Pandora, which is a streaming music service, the #1 streaming music service in America. You can add that to your package. Bango sorts out all the magic and makes sure that if you choose Pandora, the money flows from AT&T to Pandora correctly, and that the users get entitled and so on.
We also, a year ago, announced our entry into a resale business, and resale essentially is when one of our partners like Amazon wants to offer one of its products like Prime Video in partnership with a distributor like a mobile network operator, so the consumer sees an offering from the operator with the Amazon Prime Video bundled with it. That's being powered through the Bango platform, and that business has grown very strongly since we announced Airtel as our first customer in last year, and we now have more than 10 launches globally. We have the payment processing business in Japan for Amazon Retail, and that's doing well and growing very well.
This is the bottle of perfume being sold to a user in Amazon in Japan. Amazon Retail goods to a mobile phone user can be an iPhone. So we're not just limited to Android, it's just that Android is much more popular than iPhones obviously around the world. Well, the strategy is opening up now to drive the virtuous circle by data monetization, but the core payment business is still going gangbusters. We've doubled end user spend, more than doubled end user spend for the last 4 years, and we expect that doubling to continue off into the future. We've got more customers, more merchants, more individual users for those merchants, more marketing. And with the data monetization offering, we're expecting more people to move over onto the payment platform to take advantage of that as the payments get processed through the Bango platform. So that business is really doing well. The core business is profitable, it's driving a lot of business, and it's scalable, built on a fixed OPEX. So the more payment business we get, the better the business gets, the more healthy the business gets.
So Bango Marketplace is the big news today. Now, Bango Marketplace is a product that, as its name suggests, is a place where people want data insights to improve their marketing, which is app developers, and other content providers, can essentially meet people who have got data segments and customer markets that they can offer to those developers. And in our world, that's primarily mobile network operators, but it can indeed be other payment providers. So through Bango Marketplace, a mobile network operator, for example, can say, look, I know 1 million customers in my country on my network that pay for stuff on their mobile phones. And a developer who wants to grow their customer base in that country and grow their business, the value of their business in that country, can identify and spot that offer, and then through the Bango Marketplace can activate and use that offer in their marketing. So Bango Marketplace is basically the fruition of the expanded data business that we discussed a year ago in our strategy day, which coincided, of course, with the acquisition of our Italian company, Audience. And much of what's behind Marketplace, the technology that enables us to create these targeted segments for the operator, that's then used by the developer, is generated through that Audience technology. So it's good to know if people can pay. And better than that, it's good to know if they've actually got a history of payment. Now, of course, once we've got to that little high level of, yes, he's a paying customer, he's not a paying customer, we can then offer more insights. So we can say, how much do they spend? How often do they buy? If they are a subscriber implies that, if you want to market a new service on a subscription basis, your karaoke app, quite nice to know that person's already got subscriptions for other products and services, because then that's the sort of person that will commit to a subscription. Even better than that, we know sometimes what people buy. So I'm launching a football channel in the Middle East. It'd be quite good to know people that like sports. So we can see evidence of people that purchase sports, whether it's football or esports or games or any other kind of thing. So knowing that somebody's got a propensity to pay for something is really valuable, because then what you can do is, if you're marketing on, say, Facebook, you can just put your Facebook ads, which you're paying for every time you present them, in front of people that are more likely to pay.